Oh, that lighting.
Okay, the lighting, yeah, is not.
Well, the lighting looks fine.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
We just decided to go live.
We
Yeah.
just decided to try something a little bit different and go live with the three of us. Maybe
Yep.
do a Q&A and say hi to everybody on Saturday and show some good Macy's stuff. My lovely, extremely damaged box that they sent. And so, hello.
Oh, it's just
Who's
me.
here? Oh, okay. Hello, Savannah.
I'm watching
So-
the chat through my phone
How
because
are you
Okay.
getting a notification of it?
Oh, I
Oh,
I
it'll
didn't
come.
get a notification.
Oh, there we go.
I got I just
Okay.
went to the I just
Okay.
went to the what if it's subscriptions and it just shows
I'm
you
here now.
guys.
So, hello. Oh, now Dillon. Hi, Dillon. Woo! See, I'm
I'm here
so.
on my phone,
It's
so I
my
can see the
lightning
chat
fast
as well.
mind, you guys.
Watch that
you know,
come and it's like, oh, it's just me. You should just like, hello everyone, anybody who just came. It's just me, Dad. You. Never mind.
So, well, we just decided we were doing our Ipsy versus Ipsy video, and we were like, we were going to do another video, and I thought, well, let's just go live and maybe do some question and answers with everybody. It was actually Miss Savannah's idea,
Yeah.
and we're hoping everybody's having an amazing Saturday, and that
Yeah.
some people are free today, but we're just hanging and doing just, you know, we got our kitties, so we are on kitty
Yes.
patrol. Of course, we don't want to leave the house
Yeah.
because we have these amazing kittens, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
of course that is like, you know, gonna take first priority over everything. I didn't even want to go to my doctor's appointment yesterday because of my kittens. So hopefully some people will show up,
Yeah, there should
and
be.
hopefully some people
There's
are free.
now.
Yeah.
There's somebody. Hello, there's three somebody.
There's five
Hi,
people.
everybody. We got the whole fam damly.
Hey,
Hi.
Except for
I am.
hi, Ann. How are you, sweetie
So I wonder
pie?
why we can't see the chat.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not seeing chat on here, which is very odd. Why is there no chat, Dylan?
I don't know.
How are you doing, Anne? I just watched your Mint Mongoose unboxing today. The jewelry was so
It's
pretty.
not okay. I guess we have to do it from our phone, huh?
Well,
Thank
we
you.
shouldn't.
Well,
They
I
are the
know it
cutest.
should be popping up. It did last time. That's so odd.
Yeah, that is odd.
Now that means I have to get my phone too, and I'm going to be looking down instead of.
Yeah, that's
There
strange.
was 5 people here, but now like
There's only 4.
there's 4.
That's okay, but I guess
More
we can
people
go
will
by
show up.
yours.
Yeah.
So, but you're gonna have to hold it up so I can see it too, so I'm not like.
Well, I'll let you know.
Oh, I know. And the kitties are like, oh my gosh, I'm a grandfurger mama.
I
I'm
know.
so
Let me show
excited
you.
about it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're very
That's
cute.
one
The little blondie.
The blondie.
Oh my gosh. And she's a sweetie. She's already a snuggler.
Yeah.
And it's like they're so adorable.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd show you guys too. I got this little haul from Macy's stuff. They're having a 15% off right now. This is the MAC Aaliyah palette.
There are 6.
And
Cats.
this came fine. And it's like, go figure. I really kind of got this. I've been eyeballing it for a while, but for the size of the palette, I just was not that. And I'm turning it towards light because it's so dark in here. The colors are not that, but
Doing
it's
it
very
justice.
pretty. Yeah, it's not
you
doing
can
it.
kinda see
You
it
can see it
there.
there. But it's very pretty. But I really pretty much have these colors, so it was only $16. So I got this for a giveaway item. And then I got the Urban Decay, the new, and what you know, okay, this is not what it looked like. The box is mangled. When I got it, it was like this whole thing was just crunched. I mean crunched. I did a video to click to my other one, but like it was pooped up, and I thought the palette was going to be toast because
Justin says that she just bought the new
I
toothpaste.
did too. I've got it on my eyeballs today, sweetie pie. This is from the gingerbread. I just
You can't really
did.
see it, but it's like
Yeah, it's so hard to tell because
if
it's
you
kind of
think
orange.
fall, it's literally such a fall look. It's like a dark brown, gold, like a fall leaf.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It's
It's gonna
so
look so
beautiful.
good on your beautiful blue eyes,
I
and
know.
oh my gosh. But so here's the Elements palette. I was actually kind of expecting it to be a little bit bigger than this. And I really thought by the way the box looked that this was going to be toast, but it actually arrived in really good shape. And see, I'm turning it side because you
Wow.
can see the colors there. It is
It's gorgeous.
beautiful. And this was only $44 with the discount at Macy's right now. So you can get this brand new, and you can even get it today and online at Macy's and get the 15% off. And then make sure you do Ebates because they're having 8 to 10% off right now. So you get another, if
She
it's
knows the
10%,
deals.
yeah, okay, good. I don't know if you have Ebates or
No,
not.
I'm saying she knows the deals. My mom is like
Oh.
deals. And Emma came.
Emma, hi, beautiful. How are you?
Hi, Emma.
But so, if you, if this was one you were wanting, Anne or Emma, if you have Ebates, you get, I think it was 8%, but it could have been 10 because they were having a special. So you would also get 10 off the 55. So you would get $5.50 back, which would take it down to like $39. And to me, that makes it just so worth it. So, and this, I love Urban Decay's eyeshadows. I think they're gorgeous and the stain power, but oh my gosh, you know I can't wait to get that navy blue on my eyeballs because it's beautiful.
It is very pretty. It's a new palette. Did you say that? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but so I got this for really a great deal. I ended up getting it for probably around $39, and I couldn't pass. And since this is, well, hello, you're not ready. Hello. So I figured this was my anniversary gift to myself. Since my honey did not get me an anniversary gift, I'm not gonna lie, I'll tell the truth. And then I got some really cute little, they gave me, they're sending out right now a free little miniature Vice Lippy with the palette, any $40 purchase of Urban Decay. And if you guys saw my other video, I don't know if you saw it, Anne, but they're doing 2 Urban Decay setting sprays for $39 and 15% off of that, plus the eBay bucks or Ebates on top of it. You could get those 2 full-size setting sprays for, oh my gosh, like, I think it was like $29 or something.
32 for 2.
Well, but yeah, but that's in store. But if you do it online with Ebates, you could get it for even less, and you get 2 full size of the Urban Decay setting sprays, which is amazing. But look at this beautiful color. It's me. It's a me color.
Dylan wants to figure out the chat because
Yeah.
Go ahead and
So-
try and.
Emma said, I work for the school system. She's fallen on a budget for a while. So she said it's gorgeous though. She can't get it. But, and then, did
we
you?
have a visitor. Come over to this side, babe. Okay,
which
hold on,
one is
Dylan.
that
Just wait a
one?
minute. Let me see her. We have a guest visitor.
Just for a second.
Here to my little puppy. Isn't she precious?
So adorable.
Listen to that. Can you hear her little meow? But
Okay, yeah, put it
okay.
back.
We just wanted her to have a little pop in.
Yeah.
So you could see one of my little grand fur babies.
So cute.
So Anne asked if
And
we got,
husband. Hi.
And there's my honey.
Anne asked if we got a lure.
Oh, Allure has not arrived yet. And also, I ordered the Lola box for the first time, Anne, and this is my first time getting it. And I had to email them saying, am I getting a box this month? I ordered it in August. And then they finally emailed me saying, oh, they're just now shipping out. So that's the microphone. Okay, Dillon, it's not popping up.
Emma, that was literally the first time we literally actually carried one like that. I don't know if
Just
they
get over,
can't
baby.
be held until their eyes open, but we're not like holding
No,
them.
we don't do that. We just leave them, but we just had them bring her in just so that we could show you guys one live. But no, we're not picking them up and holding them yet.
No, yeah, we're not doing
That's
that.
actually the first time. Actually, we carried them out the day after into the living room and made them this amazing bed. And then as soon as we put them down, Mama picked them up and started taking them in
Yeah.
under the bed again. And so we were like, okay, she's not ready. And so we just left them in there. But we have to literally climb under a bed that's this far off the ground and go under to see the kittens. And I'm like hurting so bad because of what it's doing to my body. But I just can't resist because they're my little fur
Hi,
baby.
Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey. How are you, hon? Welcome.
Wow, you finally got your alert box today.
Oh my gosh, you
Jeez.
did? See, I haven't gotten mine yet.
See, that's like with my Ipsy bag. I literally just got it like last Monday, and we just did the video. It's uploaded and everything. But
So was it good, Anne? Is it a good box? I mean,
I saw
I was gonna
Abadab's
cancel.
video.
I was going to cancel. Was it worth keeping? Everybody, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I saw Abadab's video because she popped up in my feed, and I thought it wasn't like terrible. You got a Tarte false lash, a pair of Tarte false lashes. What?
Well, I don't know if I want you to tell me. I just want to know if she thought it was good. I kind of want to be surprised, but.
There was good products in there in my opinion.
Okay, good. Did you like it? Oh, you haven't opened it yet. I know because you do yours on
And I'm
camera.
spoiling.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Wow. There's a spoiler alert.
What are you doing today, Emma and Jeffrey and Anne? What are you guys doing today? We got some more people in there too. Hello.
9 people.
Hello, everybody. Mine's showing something.
Hi,
here.
Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa. Hello, darling. Just hanging, Jeffrey? Yeah, us too. We're on kitten patrol, so we don't want to leave our kitties. We're just, oh my gosh. And I have to organize mine too. I have to do,
That's always fun.
I need to organize my giveaway stuff because I have it in like 10 different places. And I think I was going to do a video about it. I'm still debating on whether I'm going to do a video of organizing it all and maybe showing all the good stuff that I have to give away in the future, but I'm still debating.
I just found out that dog.
Oh gosh. That may have been
Ooh.
TMI, Emma. No. Too much information.
I love the kittens too, Lisa. Who doesn't love the kittens? The kittens
Yeah.
are
Oh my
just
gosh.
so cute.
The kittens are just like,
They're all
oh.
so precious. One actually, I was under the bed because they were having trouble finding the teats and then the mop, and then Adeline left. And so one actually fell asleep on my hand, and it was like so precious. It was the gray one with the black stripe that fell asleep on my hand, and I was just so cute.
I'm so surprised at 2 days old that they are as affectionate as they are, you guys. Like when I pet their heads, they push up into my head and like put pressure on my hand. And then when I rub their nose, they're like, oh, one of them is like, here's my chin. And they're like 2 days old. So
I know when Adeline needs help, it's the funniest thing when.
Oh, Anne, what's going on with your cat? 14
Aw.
years. That's old. My cat Sassy made it to 20, but
Yeah.
14 is a long time.
I'm so sorry. We
Yeah.
we put our cat, did you say our cat Sassy? Last September, actually, which is kind of, we had kittens this September, and then we lost her last September. No, it was September.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So do you know what's going on with her, Anne?
Oh, fun, Em.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Awesome,
Movie family night.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I'm so sad.
He's got upset tummy tom. Something's going on. He might be constipated. And I'm serious, that might be it, because if they cry, it might be that he's got poos in there that are too big for him to push out, or her. I don't know if it's a him or her, but oh my gosh.
Been like that for a few weeks. Oh my gosh.
No.
Dee Dee.
Hi,
Dee
Dee
Dee. How are you?
Yeah, I don't like seeing them hurt either. That does.
I don't like
that
seeing
makes us all
any
sad.
animal
Yeah,
hurt.
I don't care what kind it is. Just like, I don't like it.
And like a kid in the candy store, I got the gift away from you. It's all perfect and beautiful. I'm blessed and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You so deserved it. You deserved
So
it.
I want to know too if the spackle works for you, hun, because I'm hoping that you get use out of it, because I just didn't. I didn't.
Yeah,
it just primers on my face don't work for me. But oh, I know, and it's terrible to see that. It's terrible to see our animals are our kids, and our animals are like our kids. They're just a different form of them. And to see them hurting, you feel so helpless, you know?
Because you just can't do anything. I know we had a scare last night because, well, yesterday, it was like last night, because we saw like a drop of blood on
one of the kittens,
which is the lightest one. And I was concerned. Dillon was like, Savannah, can you like come in here and see this? Like, I found blood on Blondie, like. And so I come and look, and I picked her up gently, and it was a drop of blood on like her side here, like under her arm on her rib cage.
I'm gonna put this palette over here so I don't break it.
It was like, it wasn't a scratch or anything. Like, I didn't see any visible scratch, and so I was thinking like if it came from Adeline. And Lisa, do you know if it's like normal for the mom to drop blood the day after giving birth? Because
we love the blonde one, Anne.
I know.
Oh, Jeffrey,
is my baby.
Thank you for coming, sweetheart.
Bye, Jeffrey.
I haven't gotten to get over and check out your channel, but I'm excited to, because
thank you, Anne.
I love the I'm into, you know, I don't know if what kind of paranormal stuff you do, but I'm just so fascinated by all that. So
I like to dream that I'm keeping them all.
Me too.
Thank you, Anne. Oh, I know we're having a hard time because we're already like, we want to keep them all, and we're like already thinking up names, which is, that means we're in trouble.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. I was literally like, we need to text Lisa on YouTube or something and just like get her information, because
I know
I was literally gonna go on one of the videos and like comment on comment that Lisa made, and was like,
and Lisa was our midwife mama through the whole birth. She was walking us through the whole thing, and she stayed with us, and it was like such a blessing, because I mean I've been around kittens before, but I've never seen them being born. So she walked us through everything. I know. Yeah. It's the truth.
Lisa
I was like,
knows everything.
Lisa is like gold. I'm telling you. She's like, it was so amazing to see them born.
It was so stressful too.
Raymond!
Hey,
hello,
Raymond.
darling.
Hi,
How
Raymond.
are you? Oh, he's stopping
bye,
in.
Raymond.
Hi, Raymond.
Bye, Raymond.
Bye, Raymond. Have a great day.
Yes.
Well, it's true, Lisa. You're amazing, and we love you.
I know. You're like so knowledgeable.
And we were like, all of us were like so grateful that you were there to walk us through it, because you know, you always worry and think, you know, your mind wants to tell you the worst, you know?
I know. And that's what was happening last night. I was like trying to stay calm, but at the same time, I was like,
They're kitties. Oh my gosh,
Mhm.
is everything okay? But
they're doing really good. They're all like getting
Thank
their
you,
nourishment.
thank you, Lisa.
Thank
did
you,
too.
Lisa. Yeah, you did good too. It was like you were there.
I was amazed that we had like people from Switzerland, and we had like, it was
Mhm.
2 people from Canada. It was so cool. We were like the midnight hour, the insomnia club, like with the kittens being born. It
I
was
know.
so cute.
Yeah.
Is your phone over
It's
there?
okay. I don't know where it is actually.
It's right there.
Oh, there it is. I'm sure it's just some kind of
But
Macy's or something.
do we want to start the question?
Yeah,
and
if you
answer
guys
now?
have any kind of questions,
I know. We were gonna do a
Um,
Q&A.
if there's anything you guys want to know, or if you have any kind of videos you want to see or anything like that, we want you guys to tell us or ask away.
What all subscriptions do you get a month?
Okay, I get Boxy Charm, and I was just upgraded to the December Boxy Lux.
To December.
Yes,
Oh,
just
it's
every
every
3
other-
months. I get Ipsy 2 different profiles, and on my profile, I upgraded to the Glam Bag Plus, and then on the younger profile I did, I'm gonna keep that Ipsy, just regular Ipsy, and then I get Allure, which I was gonna cancel, but everybody was saying good stuff's coming, and I'm not the best because of the lupus on all the updates of new products, because my mind just can't keep it all together, unfortunately. So, but I took everybody's advice and decided to stay through December and
Yes,
see
she did.
if it gets better, because everybody was saying stick around. So I trust people's judgment. So
Hey, Johnny.
Hi,
Hey,
big
Johnny.
boy Johnny. Okay.
and so I also get I just subscribed to Lolabox, so that will be my first month with Lolabox, and I get the Target boxes when they come out, but I ordered them September 7th and I still have not received them, so that's a whole nother story. But what's your favorite subject in school, Dillon and Savannah?
What's yours, Savannah?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not really liking any of them at the moment.
Drawing? Your art?
Art class?
Fine arts is alright. I honestly was not expecting fine arts. I wasn't expecting to do art in fine arts, but I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was just thinking we were going to learn about like the fine arts, but instead we're like actually drawing it. So yeah, it's fun and everything, and you know, it's very time consuming.
East meets West.
Hi, East meets West.
Yeah.
And just Dan, my favorite subject is government. That's my favorite subject.
Oh yeah, government. I'm so excited for
That
government
is a
because
cool
it's like
class.
a debate class.
Yeah, I literally almost every class, there's almost like a debate every time about politics or about
And what's
the Constitution
going on in the world
and
right
stuff
now
like
and
that.
stuff. So I even like hearing about what he's doing in that class, because it's really cool, because they're really in on what's happening right now in the world. So I think that's kind
Yeah,
Well,
and
of cool.
actually, no, but
It's kind of
Like
like
the
I would
subject
think it
probably.
can take. I think it's kind of like contemporary world issues in a way.
yeah.
I'm
Because
excited
I'm
about the
taking-
Sunday rally, by the way.
Wow, I'm taking.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop
There was
there.
a moment where in my 8th grade year that I loved science.
Yeah,
it was
see?
very weird, but now
Me
I'm not
too.
into science as much as I used to. But yeah, there was just a moment where I was like, ooh, I'm interested in science, but now I'm more in government.
See, I'm the
so-
same way. I was more into the stuff like in
Yeah,
5th
Lisa.
grade when we were learning about like sandstone and the different stones. But I like learning
Mine
about.
too, Lisa.
religion and stuff, like the different religions and kind of like the Egyptian period, not because I liked what they did, but only because it's really curious. Oh.
Okay, so how long did it? Okay, first I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia first, and honestly, that took about 4 to 5 years to be diagnosed. I had pain all over my body, extreme fatigue.
BRB.
My scalp would hurt so bad that it felt like somebody beat me with a baseball bat or something. Like I couldn't move a hair follicle out of place. I couldn't shower because I couldn't handle the pressure. I was having pain in my legs all the time. There's so many symptoms that I would keep you here for like literally 5 minutes describing all of them. But there's 2 different types of fibromyalgia that people don't know. Most people don't know this, and most doctors don't know it. There's some people who can't be touched, and then there's some people who need compression. And the one where the people need compression is the rare one, and that's the one I have. Now, I do have days where I can't be touched certain spots, but for the most part, my body has to have compression all the time. But now that I was diagnosed with lupus, and I knew there was more symptoms than just what fibromyalgia was, and so I was telling my doctors there's more, and they wouldn't believe me. But first, let me tell you about the fibromyalgia. Me and my husband were praying for like 3 months every single day, asking the Lord to tell us the name, because the Bible says that Jesus is the name above every name that's named. And so I was like, I want to know the name, Lord. And my doctors can't tell me. And so, please don't shake. Please. And so, one day, it was the same day, I was watching this TV preacher, and he said, the Lord heals fibromyalgia all the time. And right then, the Lord said, fibromyalgia. And I looked at my watch for some reason, and it was 9:03 in the morning. And my husband used to go before work and sit at this one field and pray every morning before work. And at 9:03 that morning, the Lord told me fibromyalgia and told my husband. And my husband called me, and he's all, I know. We were both like, I know what I have. And I go, okay, don't say anything. I said, when you come home, we're going to count to 3, and we're going to both say what the Lord said. And we did that, and we both said fibromyalgia. And so it was confirmation. And so I went to my doctor that week, and I said, I know what I have. And he's all, how do you know? And I told him the story. And it was like a light bulb went off in his head when I said that. And he was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't think of that. And he apologized. And he was like, then he did some more testing on me. And he's like, yes, that's exactly what you have. So God had to tell me first. And he told me and my husband at the exact same time on the exact same day. And then we had to tell my doctor. And then I got diagnosed. So isn't that just the craziest story? I know, it's amazing, Anne, that God is such a detail God.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lisa.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know. It's terrible. It's so hard to articulate to people because like they see me, I'm bubbly by nature, and I have to choose every day to get up and be happy and to not let, like, even sitting here right now, you guys, I'm hurting all kinds of places. But I have to choose to kind of try to block it out and to have joy. And so because people see me like that, I get judged all the time that like I'm faking it, or that, I mean, you'd be shocked. I've had people who were Christians, quote unquote, Christians, who are like, you're sick because you want to be sick. The Lord heals today, and so you don't have enough faith. I have been told, like, from every aspect. Okay, Anne. But
Okay. I'll just all say it.
but yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
She would have bouts that were bad, then times it was not painful to me.
Yeah, and here's the thing about this illness is you have to exercise a little to help your muscles and everything from tightening up and even spasming. But if you exercise too much, it will knock you out for 3 days. And so there's finding that happy medium is like next to impossible because every day it's different. One day the pain is terrible, and it's to me one of the most mysterious illnesses and one of the most unrecognized ones as well.
Wow.
Wow, Lisa, that's amazing.
Taekwondo, wow. At first I thought it said teakwood, and I'm like, what's a
Teakwood exercises though.
And then I'm like, oh, Taekwondo.
But yeah, it's crazy. So it is true.
Yes,
Everybody. Is it kin? Is it Kyn or kin? Kyn.
I think it's Kathleen. Kathleen or Kathleen? Because
Catherine?
No, Kathleen. Because I was reading. See this?
Okay, I want to pronounce your names right. Jerome?
Kathleen.
Is it Jerome or Jerome?
It's Kathleen. Am I pronouncing it right?
See?
Kathleen or Kathleen?
K-Y-N or Kathleen?
By Jerome and...
Well, she said yes.
Okay, Kathleen.
Kathleen.
Next of kin. Okay, kin. So
Kin.
you
Yeah, kin.
Okay, I
Okay.
see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, what about, is it Duran? Duran? You're giving us a challenge, huh? With those names, I'm telling you. And my brain, I'm not kidding. I used to be able to catch it, but...
I know.
But if we miss a question, you guys, or something, then just ask it again and we'll
Hey,
catch it.
Ashley.
Ashley! Hi, my honey bun.
That's the word live in it, yeah.
How are you, darling?
My dog may look uncomfortable, but guys,
He sleeps like this all the time. This is like his, and he's supposed to be a wiener dog, but he's really a sausage dog because that he is no wiener. Like this dude is like. But
I'm doing all right. Thank
we're
you.
doing okay. The fur babies are like adorable as usual.
I'm doing good too.
Got me tired for sure. I was up till like 2:30 last night with them because
I know, and it's so hard to walk away from them.
Stop it, Lisa. It's not in the million of you.
Oh no, I like your name, Lisa. Lisa Smith. It just like flows perfectly.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Rolls off the tongue. It's like really
well,
good.
And you can be actually more incognito with that than a person like
right.
You know, my maiden name was Russo with Brusseau, and that used to get slaughtered. Trust me, Rusui and all kinds of things, and that stood out like a sore thumb. So you can actually be incognito with Lisa
His name
Smith.
is Briggs.
Briggs.
Yes, his name is
Briggs. Yeah. Is the dog interested in them?
He's a total snuggler. He's the sweetest dog. He's super protective and super lovable, and he always knows on the days when I'm not feeling good, and he just comes and lays with me, and he's like immediately. The day that I got whacked by the ceiling fan, he heard me scream, and he ran. I mean, he came like the fastest I've ever seen him. He ran and just leaped up on the couch and sat down next to me and put his head right on my leg.
There are 400 questions.
Oh my gosh. Now that must be a pain in the butt.
That's insane.
Yeah, that must be.
That must be a pain in the butt to go through stuff like that. You're like, I'm the one that lives here. Like, hello, can you take my picture or something?
So, do you guys have any other questions? What else do you guys want to know?
Ashley, we're doing a Q&A. since
Yeah,
you
we're
just
doing
came in.
questions and answers if anybody's got questions.
And Ashley, you got me hooked on getting the Amethyst Gemstone palette by Huda Beauty. Like, now I need it. Now that I saw it, I'm like, I understand why she wants it. I need it.
It's beautiful. Those Huda Beauty palettes are.
Like,
She just got it.
you just got it.
So glad I got it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
I can't wait to see the video. Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
that's
yeah.
awful.
And that's so not cool
That they make
that
you
they're
do it
making
that
you
way.
do it that way. Like they're getting so much information from us
Fancy.
now that they do not deserve to have, but you can't help it. You know, what are you gonna do? You have to have your medications and everything, and it's just crazy.
When are you doing your deep?
My deep hiding video is maybe, it depends on how I'm feeling after this. I think what I might do is do I can't do them all at once because that would be like 3 hours long. But I think what I'm going to do is do my highlighters first, and I may actually even do that today.
You got the newest little
my
Natasha?
little
That one's
Lila
really
Mini.
pretty. That one's really pretty. See, I like Natasha Denona, but like for some reason I'm not that fond of the big palettes. But the one Natasha Denona palette that I really like is the blue one. What is it called? The blue Natasha Denona.
You're so cute.
Oh my gosh,
Natasha
it's so
Denona.
cute.
What is it called?
Oh, it's number 28, and it's purples and blues.
No, the one I like, not the one.
Oh,
the
Tropic.
the
Tropic.
Natasha Denona Tropic palette. That's the one I really like and want.
Yes, you're gonna be getting a daily kitten update,
Oh, yes.
girlfriend. You know you are. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do them until people tell me okay, enough about the kittens, or until the kittens don't let me do it anymore. But I'm gonna do day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and while they're kittens, because you know they're so adorable when they're small, and they do the funniest things. So I'm excited about when they start getting frisky and we can start playing with the toys. That's when the videos are gonna get really fun, I think.
Bye, Ken. I didn't. We just saw your message. I just saw it at least.
Bye, Ken.
Bye.
Bye, Ken. Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming, sweet.
So, Ashley says, you should do a video where Savannah and Dillon do your makeup.
You know, we were actually
That's a great idea.
We were actually gonna do a video of me doing her makeup, which wouldn't be that bad because I know how to do it.
But Dillon
doesn't.
But Dillon can be very very detailed. So
I might
Yeah.
not be so bad.
he might not be that bad because he's
I am an
creative.
artist,
So we
so-
should do it.
He's been wanting to do my eyeshadow.
That's a great
Yeah,
idea.
That's what I would want. I was trying to get Savannah to be like, I want to
I
do
know.
a video where I do your makeup and like your eyeshadow, and she's like, nuh-uh, not on the day that I'm going out. But I've been trying to get her. I've been trying to get her to do that.
Well,
I'll
I
do
know.
that. I'll do it.
It
I'll
would
do
just be a piece of cake for me. Like, the thing is I know all the steps, so me doing it with Dillon would be hard because I would know what to do first, unless I did a step and then he would have to figure out the next one.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yes, it is kind of like getting pampered too. I wouldn't mind it at all.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it comes out looking terrible. Like having somebody do my hair or my makeup, I'd just be like,
You know,
oh yeah,
Or separate videos.
just
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, or do separate videos, that too. You know, I used to
I'll do Dillon first.
when me and Dylan used to go sleep over at my grandma's house, she would just let us do these weird hairdos in her hair, and she was so nice about it because she would look in the mirror and she's
Really
like, oh,
funny. Like
this
they
is
do
really
Pippi
nice,
Longstockings
Dylan.
on her, like even before they even know who Pippi Longstocking was. I don't know what it is about that hairdo, but every kid does like 3 or 4 ponytails. Like, where'd you get that idea? But every child wants to do multiple ponies instead of just one. And they did her hair like that one day, and she's all, oh, like you guys, wow. Ooh,
It was she was always really nice about it, but
Yes.
she liked it because it felt good. We would
Yeah.
brush her
Yeah.
hair. And yeah, she was really chill about that. Do Dillon's makeup.
No way.
That's so funny.
No, I'm not gonna put makeup on my son. That
Yeah,
ain't
I don't wanna
happening.
do
But I'll let him do it to me. I am gonna do one of my husband doing my makeup because
That
I
would
saw
be
Anne
hysterical.
do that with her husband, and she'll get the credit in that because it was the first time I ever saw a husband do his wife's makeup, and I could not get over that he did the silvery color on her cheeks.
That was
so
funny.
hilarious.
I saw that too because that was so hilarious. He was just like, "What? I'm just going to match your shirt, and we're going for that army like camo vibe."
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
that was so funny. I was like laughing out loud. Like I was just wishing all of us could be like, you know, like
Watching
hearing
time,
each other
yeah.
cracking up. Like it would be so funny if we could do like a big group panel where everybody can hear each other's comments and laughter, because that would be so funny. Yes.
He literally did. It was literally
He
an
matched-
astronaut silver.
Yes, it was. He
It
did
was
it,
so
Ashley.
funny.
It was hilarious.
Yes, he did match it to her clothes. It was so
The
funny.
silvery greenish color that was like, wow.
She was definitely ready to go hunt for something because she was solely camoed up.
And my husband was even like, oh, I can do your makeup. And I'm like, oh, really?
Isn't that what they all say?
My
I could
husband
do it.
is convinced that he's going to be able to give me like a chic eye look, which is like, oh
we
my
put
gosh.
makeup on my husband when he's asleep, and oh my goodness, he just laughed and laughed. He would
See,
so funny.
now my husband would do that too. He'd crack up if we did that to him, but I think he'd wake up. I don't think he'd be
No,
able to sleep
would-
through it.
No, because sometimes you can like try and like wake him up and like nudge him for a long time, but sometimes you just barely like even walk in the room and he's like
What?
and he
What?
wakes up. Yeah.
We'd have to catch him on a good night, or I'd have to slip him a Mickey so that he slept through it.
I could do it to
Give him
Dillon.
one of my sleeping pills or
See, we
something.
could totally do it to Dillon because Dillon is like the
I am
heaviest
too, Ashley. I'm a light sleeper too.
ever. Like Dillon sleeps through anything. We once had this earthquake at like 3 a.m. and
He's the one.
it literally woke me up, and it was like it shook my whole body, and I like grabbed onto the couch because I was sleeping on the couch, and then Dillon was just like asleep.
He
the
didn't
whole
even
time.
know.
He didn't
Yeah,
even know.
I'd do a mustache on him or something really funny, or do big Groucho Marx eyebrows on him. I'll do that sometime when he's sleeping. But
Yeah, I would.
your
It
husband sleeps
depends.
like the dead. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a heavy sleeper, and sometimes I'm a light sleeper. Like it's weird. It just I have those nights.
Yeah, I see. For the most part, because I am an insomniac, not by choice, but because of this illness, insomnia is one of the main symptoms. So every little thing wakes me up, and then it's very hard for me to get back to sleep once I get woken up. But when I finally crash in the morning, I probably sleep through a 5.0. When I finally, just where my body gives out, you know?
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen often, unfortunately.
Sometimes when she takes her sleeping pills, it's really the funniest thing ever. Like, boy, do I have stories about
Oh
her.
my gosh, that's
We did
hilarious.
blush and eyeshadow.
I wish I would have seen that. That would have
I
been
know.
hilarious. Yeah, my husband would totally be a trooper about that. I think he'd crack up,
He
and
wouldn't be mad.
he'd probably go in and grab one of my ponytails and
Oh,
clip it
yeah.
onto his head or something, or a wig, and be like,
No, my
Start
tat,
strutting
my
around.
dad, yeah, my dad is totally like that. My dad is like, yeah, super chill about that stuff.
yeah, I bet. I know you're like me, Lisa. I know you're up late like me. But one time we went to this antique place, I forget where we were, and there was this literal like 70-year-old wig, and my husband, I wasn't watching him, and he put it on and started walking around and greeting people in the place.
Oh
And
my gosh! How
I
embarrassing.
look up and he's got this rat's nest of this, who knows what was alive in that thing, on his head with some curls going out sideways, and and people, he had everybody rolling, and I was like, oh my gosh, like ducking behind the thing, like, yes, that's my husband over there.
Oh my gosh! Ambien in the wake is so fun.
Yes, Ambien, that's what I take too, Lisa, and let me tell you, that stuff is weird. I've taken 2 before and not fallen asleep, and I'm like, it's very weird.
No, you want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
So this one night, I will never forget it. I swore she was asleep. I was sleeping on the couch, and she was on the bed, and she was asleep. And then all of a sudden, she flings over to her side, goes in her drawer, and is like, "Do you want one?"
I got out food.
She got
Snacks
out
out of my snack drawer,
She
a
got
fruit
out,
bar.
yeah, a fruit bar, and she's like, "Do you want one?" And I'm like, Mom, you were just asleep. And you're like, "No, I wasn't." And so I'm like, "Okay, you literally were just asleep."
She
So
was
after
asleep
she finished
eating.
her little fruit bar, she just like passed out, and I'm just like,
Lisa, I do the weirdest thing. Like one morning I woke up and there was M&Ms all over my bed, peanut M&Ms, and one of them was squashed and like there was a big chocolate spot and the peanut was broken in half. So I had taken out a bag of peanut M&Ms, opened it, and ate the majority of the bag, and then the rest of them spilled out all over my bed, and I slept on them.
So Lisa,
Ashley's all child safety locks on the
Yes.
snacks.
"So what made
I'm
you start
telling
making
you.
jewelry?"
I've always been like the creative type, and so even when I was really, really young, I would just be making things or seeing something that was old and decrepit, and I'd be like, "We could do this, Dad," and like, "Let's make it into this." And my dad was like, "Okay, you're gonna be creative." But my uncle is the one who designed Liberace's piano ring, and so he also did a ring for one of the Dodgers. He's a catcher, and he did this amazing catcher's mitt ring for this famous Dodger guy. Well, I saw his jewelry and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to design jewelry someday. And I didn't know how to even go about starting it, and he always lived really far away, so it's not like he could teach me. And so I was more into doing interior design and thought I was going to head in that direction. And then I'm a recovering drug addict, as most of you guys know. I used to go to Cocaine Anonymous meetings, and I met somebody there who designed Indian jewelry, and he had his own shop in his home. And I said, oh my gosh, I told him the story about my uncle and how I wanted to design jewelry. And this was in 1992. And he's like, you come over anytime, I'll teach you anything you want to know. And he did. And then when he taught me, and like I made a ring like immediate, and he's like, okay, you're a natural. And he's like, I'm taking you to this college where there's a teacher, and I'm gonna get you in the class because you're really good. And so sure enough, he took me down to meet this teacher at Rancho San Diego College. When she saw the piece that I had made, my very first piece, she's like, you're enrolled as of right now. And I ended up being the top student in that class. And so I never stopped designing jewelry, and I even still do it, but I just can't do a lot of the hard things because it takes a lot of strength to hand manipulate certain pieces. So, but that's how I got started.
Ashley said, "I wish I was sleeping when I shop online late at night. LOL, to have an excuse."
Oh.
That is so funny. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I'm right there with you,
Don't
girl.
we all?
No, I'm not kidding. I've literally been like, okay, Lord, do I have a problem? Because I think I might need help. I'm not kidding. I'm literally like, Lord, you need to help me. get a grip on my flesh regarding these makeup products, because it is very easy to get addicted to this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not
she has
kidding.
jewelry videos up.
Yeah, I do have some videos up, Emma, and I show a few. I do have to show. I do have more pieces to show. We've had, with Tim's mom dying, that kind of threw my whole channel into a loop kind of for a little bit, because I was going to really start showing a lot more of that, and actually show you guys some processing of hand doing some pieces. But when she got sick, really sick, that kind of changed it, and I forget things so easily that I just haven't. But now I'll get some more pieces out and show you guys a few more of other styles of jewelry. Like I have gold pieces. I do mostly I do higher end pieces, but I hand carve waxes and actual design rings. I have to show you guys my wedding ring, my first ring. It's massive and gorgeous, and it's an original design of mine.
See, Ashley, she has tons of pieces with turquoise stone in it, because she still loves turquoise, but she loves, like,
hi,
really
Mrs.
loves
Chris.
turquoise. Hi,
Star
Miss
Lifestyle.
Hi, Miss
Hello.
Chris.
Oh, good
Hi,
morning,
Star Lifestyle.
So,
I know.
Ambien and
That's
awesome,
Lisa. Oh my gosh. So I'm 1992. What year were you? I'm right by you, Lisa. 92. Okay. I can't even do math right now because I'm hurting so bad that I can't do the math. So 92, do the math for me too. 92 to now. I think we're right at the same time.
Okay, so 2018
minus
minus 1992 is 26
Oh, wow.
years.
So me too, Lisa. 26 years. My date is February 25th, 1992. Oh, thank you, Ash.
She says that you guys have the same taste.
Yeah. Well, good. You got. Hi, Nellie.
Hi, Nellie.
Sweetie. Well, I'm gonna have to send you something, Ashley. I'll show you. You got to look at my videos, and I'll show you some of the stuff. But I got some really cool stuff that I hate that it sits around. I'd rather just bless people with
Hi,
it.
Nathan.
Hi, Nathan. But so, Lisa, we're like at the exact same time. That is so awesome. We have that in common. That's really remarkable, actually.
December 20th. Wow.
So you're right after me then. That's amazing.
That is awesome.
That is so awesome. I'm telling you.
No. And you both drug of choice was cocaine.
Yeah.
Yep, mine was crack cocaine. I smoked it. That was my thing. I didn't really care about doing it any other way. And I was really bad. I was like down to like 95 pounds. I look like skin and bones because I'm always full figured. I've always been full figured and like just an hourglass shape, and I was like literally down to just like skin and bones. And
Hi, Faizan.
Hey Faizan, how are you?
Faizan, excuse me.
And so one day, I'm not kidding, Lisa, I thought my dad had passed away in 1991, and I literally slept in my car this night, and I woke up that morning and the Spirit of God filled my car, and I thought it was my dad. And I thought, oh my gosh, my dad knows what I'm doing now that he's with the Lord. And this shame just washed over me like I couldn't believe. And I said to myself, I said it out loud in my car. I said, I'll never use it again. I'll never do this again. And I walked into my mom's house and I said, I want to go to a meeting tonight. And I've never done it since. Oh my gosh, Lisa, 85
She smoked
pounds.
it too.
Yeah,
like
the
you.
same, just the same. It's more addictive that way. And I just never looked back. And I'm just of the mindset that I believe the program helped me, but I won't keep confessing for the rest of my life that I'm an addict, because whom the sun sets free is free indeed. And I stopped going to the meetings because I just was like, I'm not going to keep confessing for the rest of my life that I'm an addict, because the Lord has truly delivered me. I've never ever craved it. I mean, and I know it's different for every person, so I don't judge people who see it differently. This is just my experience, but I've never craved it. I've never had the desire ever since. So I feel very blessed. Wow, Lisa. Wow, we have so much in common. Like right before my dad actually died on my sister's birthday, which is 4 days after my birthday, and we were all together at my sister's house the night my dad passed away, and it's crazy.
Wow.
Emma,
That's a tricky situation, but I'm glad you stopped.
that's amazing, Lisa. That's amazing. And you know what? That's so funny that you were saying your son too, because my sister, she's not my sister-in-law, but she has a child with my older brother. She was going to give birth to my nephew, Josh. And I remember when I realized that a little child was going to see his aunt all jacked up, it like made me, that was the process that started getting me thinking that I had to stop. And it's so amazing how God just does things so differently with each person. He knows what it is that will get us to stop, you know?
Yeah, he does.
But God is such a good God, and He's so faithful. I thank Him all the time that I'm free from that lifestyle, and that, you know, that I haven't gone back. Because with what I deal with now, it'd be very easy for me to be an alcoholic or something just to dull this pain, but I refuse. I've settled it in my heart that I won't do that just to get out of this pain, you know?
Yeah. The Lord will keep you, Ems.
That's right, Emma. The Lord is going to keep you, and that's right. Because he just takes care of us even when we don't realize it, you know? Isn't it so amazing how sometimes you look back? I have to tell you guys a story. One time we were going to church, and we always, when we moved out here, we were driving over an hour to go to church. And we had went to this.
Oh my gosh, Lisa.
What? Oh.
She started smoking when her daughter passed away. And I stopped when I realized it wasn't going to bring her back.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
honey.
so sorry to
I'm
hear
sorry
that.
about that.
Me too,
So
Lisa.
terrible to lose a sister or your daughter. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that's even worse. I mean, it's all bad. There isn't, I mean, it's so hard to say that.
But your
But
daughter.
a daughter, I
It
couldn't
comes
even
from-
imagine. I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, I'm the same way, Lisa. Hello. That's why I'm like, I even have to watch it with little things like makeup or whatever, you know? But,
Me too, Lisa. It's true.
but so we were coming back from this church, like camp meetings, you could call it, and we were driving back from Irvine, California, and we were on this toll road that has a lot of hills, and it's like, and we were coming back at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's not street lights on this freeway because it was a relatively new freeway at the time. And so I had a Camaro, a 1991 Camaro with T-tops, and it was lowered to where it was like literally an inch from the ground. and I'm not exaggerating. It sat like a funny car. So it was really low in the front and it was jacked up in the back. And I had Dillon in the back seat, and no, we had Savannah too. We were all in
the Camaro too?
Oh no, it was just Dillon because we were in the Camaro. So it was just Dillon. And so we're driving and we're coming down this hill. It's pitch black because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And all of a sudden my headlight just hit the road, and it looked like there was a dead body wrapped up in a blanket. Like it was either that or a cow or something huge. And I had no time. And we were literally singing to the Lord, and we drove right through it. I have no idea to this day what God did, but he supernaturally moved that thing or dematerialized it or whatever.
Yeah.
But it would have killed us if we hit it because of how low my car was. And we drove literally right through it. And that's God's honest truth. I do not. I'm telling you.
Lisa, that's good. See, drinking doesn't appeal to me either. Like, it just doesn't, like, make me...
Me too, Emma. My dad was an alcoholic.
Were you saying same to you had a Camaro too, Lisa, or...
But God's so faithful. Yeah, drinking wasn't ever a big thing to me. When I rededicated my life to the Lord, I smoked, I drank, I was cussing, I was sleeping with my husband, and literally in 1 week I was like, I didn't touch another cigarette, I never touched another drink, I stopped cussing, and me and my husband stopped having boom boom until we got married, and we never slipped up once, not one time. And so, yeah, you know what? I don't judge that, Lisa, at all. I would never judge that, because I honestly can't say. I never have a doctor that offered it to me. As a matter of fact, every doctor I've been to has been vehemently against it. It may change now that it's legal in California, but I can't honestly say that if the pain got worse, that I wouldn't do it, because what they give me doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't do anything. So I don't judge that in anybody. I'll never judge anybody for what they do to relieve pain, because
I think it's different.
So you can't understand it until you feel it yourself.
Not only that, it seems to be more of like a motive thing, like why you want to take it. I don't feel like it would be wrong to take medical marijuana just to get relief, but to escape personal issues and stuff like that, and to get away from reality, then I'm against it, you know.
I was the first to graduate high school in my family too, Emma. I'm actually the only one that graduated high school out of 4 kids in my family. So I was really proud of that. So, and that's awesome that you did that too, sweetie. No, and I agree, Lisa. I don't think there's anything to be ashamed about it either.
No.
I don't think, I think we should be open and transparent. You guys know that about me. I'll tell anybody anything about myself as long as it doesn't, like, give somebody the ability to steal my identity or something. But I'm an open book. I believe that's part of what makes me me. And I don't judge people for their choices. It's not my place to do that, you know?
Oh, yeah, anxiety attacks are the worst.
Yeah. You know, I'm telling you, Lisa, I only, before the Lord, had smoked pot a few times, and it would make me sleepy. And I think about that it would probably be the one thing that would help me sleep. And I wrestle with that in my mind, because I just, I don't know. You know, I just, at this point, it's so frustrating because nothing seems to help, you know? That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Lisa. And God judges our hearts. He knows. He knows us. There are times that I go, okay, Lord, is this something I really want? Because, you know, it's easy to get in our flesh and it's like, you know me better. And I'll listen to what he says so that I make a right choice or something, because I can be very, like, fly by the seat of my pants, so to speak, sometimes. And I don't always like that about me.
Yeah, that's really true.
Yeah, I agree, Emma. I agree. I do have some regrets. I'm not gonna lie.
I do too.
I've been raped before, and the choices that I made that ended up getting me raped, I regret making. And that's the one instance that if I could change it, I would, because I wouldn't ever wish that on anybody ever. It's, to me, one of the worst things that a woman can experience. People think, oh, it's just like having sex with somebody. It's not, because someone is taking something from you against your will that is very intimate and very private. And to this day, I'll see movies, and if it has a rape scene in it, I have to look away, change it, or sometimes I'll just cry because it comes flooding back in.
Yes, it does, Lisa.
True. I mean, if
any
my mom didn't
mistakes, anything, like, it shapes
I
us.
agree.
Like,
It does shape us. And I think I don't know. I guess you can say it made me stronger because I got through it on my own. I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew that I was raped in my family for over 20 years. Over 20 years. Well, I don't know.
it's
I
not,
think
though.
I
It could
know,
be-
I agree, but at the same time, I think, oh well, if I didn't agree to go on that date or do whatever, then you know what I mean? Like,
It's what they do. Like, it's the spirit behind, that they're doing. Does that even make sense? But
And-
like,
yeah, it's hard for me, Lisa. I can't. It's very hard for me to watch it, but there, I had my first boyfriend beat me up. My very first boyfriend ever used to beat me up, and most people didn't know that either, because it makes you rape, and somebody who beats you up makes you feel like you did something to deserve it. Like, do you know what I mean? It makes you feel shame. And Randy, hello, darling.
hi, Randy. Hi, Candy.
Candy, hello, sweetheart. Thank you.
Hi, Candy.
And
I'm
thank
Dillon.
you, Candy.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I'm
But-
sure you look amazing tonight too.
Always.
Yes, always. Did you see what she said?
I do know I have the same experience. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I honestly still wrestle with that sometimes, because I think if I was serving the Lord, I would have never been raped. If I was serving the Lord, I would have never picked a man who would have beat me up. You know, your mind, it can be one of the most vicious places you'll ever visit. You know what I mean?
That's why we don't get to access the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, like,
Could you imagine if the Lord gave us all of our
we
brain?
only get a certain
we'd
part.
destroy
we
ourselves.
don't get the whole thing because we literally go insane.
We'd
Yeah.
destroy
I
ourselves.
I mean, people go
think.
insane with just the little part that we have. So there's
True.
a reason why we don't have the whole thing.
Playing guitar, Randy, I can't believe it. No. You're playing guitar today? That's a shocker.
It's not like your content is all about singing anyways and playing the guitar.
Well, the Bible says the Lord uses the weak things of this world to confound the wise. So yeah, I know. I still
it's like it's more of like a willpower. Like you can't.
Yeah, I
shoot,
agree,
you
Lisa.
can't
I agree.
like you can't you it's not your fault if you get raped, but if you have an open door, I don't know how I would feel about it, because like it's
Thank
not
you, Ashley.
you can't. I don't know. I just
Yeah, and again, for the most part, I don't ever like. I didn't realize I had completely blocked out the time that someone had roofied me. I I met somebody when I was out at a club, and we went back to my apartment, which was my fault. I should have never taken a stranger. So see, that's why I think sometimes if I made better choices, it wouldn't have happened. And I'm just human, so of course you wrestle with that. But I wasn't drunk or anything, and he offered me a beer. I took one sip, and I woke up the next morning and I knew I had been raped, obviously. And I'm the same, Lisa. I didn't tell my mom for, I think it was maybe over 20 years.
Actually, just reminded her the other day.
And yeah, I was just talking about it with my mom yesterday.
The day
So,
before yesterday.
and one of the times, I don't think I shared about this on my channel yet, but I was partying with my brother and we were all doing drugs. We were doing cocaine. We were at this drug dealer's house, and my brother was like, "Oh, he likes you. You should go talk to him." And he was really like trying to push me off on him, and it was really making me upset. And I was like, I'm not a prostitute. I'm not your prostitute just because you want to party. And he's like, "No, just go talk to him." And I went into the room to talk to the guy, and he raped me right there in that house. And see, even right now, it chokes me up. And if I would have not just walked out of there and walked away from my brother and just told him to go, you know what, and left, it wouldn't have happened. But I'm not gonna lie, I was weak. I was the type of person who looked for approval from people, and when I was really young. And my brother, to this day, does not know that guy raped me. To this day.
Maybe he'll never know.
And he may never know, because he's in prison right now, and he's
not that type of person.
He's so self-absorbed. Like when he calls, all he ever wants to do is talk about himself. He never ever wants to hear anything about my life. And so I let him talk. I love him and I pray for him, and that's all I can do. But
no.
We had something.
Ashley.
Oh, Ashley, really?
Well, that's what Em said. She got raped at 16.
Wow.
Oh, Emma. See, I'm sorry. I'm talking and not always paying attention.
Actually, that's how she got pregnant.
Oh, honey. Oh my gosh.
And then it happened again. She had an abortion.
Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. Oh my gosh, Lisa. Oh,
I just hate it when people treat
Lisa.
other people like trash. It's just
yeah,
it's so annoying.
It's beyond me. And look at what an amazing person you are, Lisa.
I know.
Oh my gosh. And you too, Ashley. And you are too, Emma. Look at how God has even brought us all together in a way that I would have never even thought. I would have never thought that I'd meet such amazing people on here who have been through things like me that would be friends. And I'm just so, I'm in awe of how he's so good like that, you know? Yes, that's the truth. And let me tell you,
Yep.
they're going to pay one way. These people, if they, heaven forbid that they ever have children, they're passing that on through generations because it's what the word says. So it's sad, but and I am too.
Yeah, that's true.
And I am too. Oh, thank you, honey. You're so sweet, honey. And I didn't, I wanted my kids to know everything about me and to know what made me who I am. So I chose to share that with them. And my husband, our relationship started out, we were friends. So he was like the easiest person to talk to when I met him. And I had just come out of something really bad at the time. And so my husband found that out about me very early on.
Hi, April.
Hello, April.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, April.
Yeah, Ash,
we're
I
talking
could
about.
understand
Yeah.
why you would tell him.
And I honestly don't remember when my mom actually told me the story of her being raped. It was, I don't know, it was a while back.
They were probably around,
Like, I would say 12.
12 is what I was going to say too. I think she was 12 when I told her.
Which, I'm like really mature. I was really mature for 12.
Yeah.
So, like, I understood and stuff.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Lisa. I literally blocked one of them out of my mind, and I was watching this movie one day, and this woman had a rape scene in it, and I was crying, and I started talking to the Lord about it, and I mentioned, and I don't remember what I prayed, but I said something about being raped twice. And he goes, "You've been raped 3 times." And I was like, and immediately the memory of when that person roofied me came back. And I was mad at God for like 2 weeks after that for reminding me. I'm not kidding. I didn't talk to him. I was like, why did you remind me? I didn't need to remember that. And I was really upset. And it messed me up for like 2 weeks. And then finally I had to repent for treating him that way because he always does it for a reason and it's for our good. He never does anything to hurt us. So I had to repent for doing what I did and acting the way I did. But I had completely blocked one of them out. That's awesome. I'm so glad, Lisa.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, you did. You came right in the middle of the heat of it all. April, we were like, this is gonna be a Q&A and it's gonna be fun, and we got into some deep subjects, so it's good. Yeah, 3 times. And not only that, but I've been physically abused by my first boyfriend before as well.
I'm throwing some cookies now.
Let's see if I can find it.
I'm telling you, one time, this is one of the guys that raped me was a friend of mine that I worked with. It was her brother. I never told her. And I ran into him at this place called Speedway. It's motorcycle racing on like an oval track. It's called Speedway Bikes. And I was with my sister-in-law, Rochelle, and she was one of the only people I'd ever told what happened. She was the only person I told up until that point. And her and I were together at Speedway, and we ran into the guy who did it. And he was with these guys, and he was pointing at me, saying stuff to them about me. And I knew what he was doing. And my friend Rochelle, I literally had to hold her back because she wanted to go over and like get some dudes and have them beat them up. And I was like, I couldn't do it as much as I wanted to, because she raced one of the speedway racer guys, and he was a pretty big dude. And she's like, I'll get them and they'll jump them and take care of them. And I was like, I can't do it, because then I'm just like him. I'd become just like him. And
Wow.
I said no.
Yeah, see, not a lot of people report it, and you know, I'm not saying, yeah, it just lots of people don't report it, and
Yeah.
it is true. The statistics are crap can be like
That's
they're
okay,
not
April.
true.
That's okay, sweetie. And you're right. That's very true, that you end up knowing the person, because it's true.
She didn't. Did you report it? I don't think you did.
No, I've never reported one.
It's not their business anyways.
Well,
Well,
they just
no,
report
because it's
the
not that.
person.
It is one of the hardest things to prove.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
the lawyers that defend these losers are the nastiest. To me, they are as bad, if not worse, than the rapists, because they rape you all over again in the courtroom, and then they justify what these people have done to you and try to make you the bad person. And I couldn't go through that. I knew that if I went through that I would never get off drugs. Like I would have maybe even, I don't know. I just knew I wasn't going to do that. Oh man, Lisa, that's, I don't, you know, I
Yeah,
can't say
that's
like
hard.
what's worse, knowing somebody who does it to
Or
you,
not
or
knowing.
not knowing.
Because maybe not knowing is better than
I don't,
knowing,
yes,
but
I don't
knowing
know.
is-
like,
I don't
to me,
know.
knowing
it's equally
someone who-
hard.
To me, someone who knows
Who you trusted and you,
is
And they
is
betray
probably
you.
a little harder, just because you trusted them and you loved
yeah,
them
and you didn't
and
know.
you knew them for something that actually isn't true. And
Oh,
it's just
you're welcome, Ashley.
No, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for sharing, Lisa.
I
Like,
know. Thank you all
Thank
for
you.
sharing your stories, because to me that's what YouTube should be really about, is people coming together and having each other's back and helping each other and
Yeah.
supporting each other, and because talking
Yeah.
about it and sharing it does help. It isn't always immediate, but there's something about that release to me that helps you, getting it out.
that's terrible.
I had
Candy.
an older, Candy, that's
disgusting.
disgusting.
That's,
That
like,
to me
pitiful.
is the lowest of the low, is to do that to a child. That's terrible, sweetheart. That's the worst.
Yeah.
That is definitely, to me, the worst. But Dillon, I have to ask a favor, babe. Could you make me a chocolate milk? Because that ulcer's flaring up a little bit right now.
Okay.
Could you do that really quick, or ask Dad, or whatever?
Dad?
Wait, don't yell, babe. You can go ask him to come back really quick.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not feeling very good
Oh,
right
he's
now. And
actually funny.
oh, honey,
Come
could you
here.
please make me a chocolate milk, love? That
Have you
ulcer's
checked on
flaring
the
up.
kittens?
Thank you. You know what? You want to hear something really funny? Or not funny, but funny, odd, in the sense of how God just knows stuff that, you just think would never do it. I deal with ulcers off and on for, over 30 years. And I was taking this was probably about 7 years ago. It got so bad that I could barely even stand up straight, because it was like somebody was squeezing my stomach, and like it was like knotted. It was terrible, terrible pain. And so I was taking over the counter stuff and nothing would help. And so I asked the Lord one night, I said, Lord, I have asked you to heal me, and obviously it's not your time, but please, I need relief. What do I do? And he goes, go make a chocolate milk. And I'm like, go make a chocolate milk. And he's all, we had liquid chocolate syrup that we put on ice cream, and then we had Nestle Quick powder. And he said, use the Nestle Quick powder and make a chocolate milk. I am not kidding. The minute I took a sip of it, the pain subsided. And now, every time my ulcer flares up, I never take medication for it anymore.
At night when it does.
The chocolate milk takes the pain away immediately. Is that not remarkable or what?
And Lisa, you should be proud of like speaking out about it, because most people don't. Most people are still, have that shame and are scared to say it. So you should feel proud.
You should. I agree. And we are survivors. You're absolutely right about that.
You know how many?
But Kendi the kittens are doing awesome. They're absolutely adorable. Of course, I'm a proud grandpa mama.
I'll be right back.
And oh my gosh, love it. Tim brought one in a little bit ago in the live, but I did post a video this morning, didn't I? Of an update of the kittens?
She did post an update. So. She's doing daily updates every day, so you'll get to see them.
Did I not post it, Lisa?
No, Mom, you did. I did?
Saw it. Okay. I wasn't sure of my memory, but
wow, that's awesome, Lisa.
Lisa, I'm proud of you.
I am too. I'm
proud of you, honey.
I am always like, when someone decides to share something with me that is so personal, I feel like I was so honored because it's like, because the person trusts you enough to tell you these things.
I think that's a privilege. I think that's a privilege. And I honestly feel honored that I was part of that, Lisa, because again, that's a very personal thing, terrible experience. And the fact that you felt comfortable enough to say that here to me just really is a blessing to me.
Because ultimately that's what you wanted with your channel, is to everybody to feel comfortable and to be able to share and do all of that stuff. So,
hi, Pat.
What's your question?
What's your question, Pat?
We're all just sitting here quietly waiting for the question.
Hanging on every word. You're welcome, Lisa. But I'm sorry if I didn't see you come in earlier.
No,
I didn't think
kind of popped up.
Yep, just now.
How can I tell if my turtle... You can't tell if your turtle likes you, man. Like...
I mean, really. Well, I don't know. Turtles are the hardest things. I guess if they come to you when you call them or you go in there, then they like you.
You know what?
I used to have a pet turtle, so but ours were massive turtles, like the big hunking ones that grow really big. And the way I thought that is because if they came to me when I walked into the room or into where we kept them. So thank you. My arm is getting tired. But I don't want to drink that. That's going to upset it. But thank you, sweetheart.
An interesting question.
Here, I'll take it. Oh, thank you, honey.
So, do you have anything for dinner, Dad? Pat, we have the same problem with our dog, kind of, except he doesn't ride us or anything, but sometimes he'll snuggle with us and sometimes he doesn't. So I kind of understand your situation. And same with my cat. It says sometimes he snaps at me, other times he comes to me lovingly.
Yeah, I think turtles would be one of the hardest pets to tell if they like you or not. But I think if it comes to you at all nice, then I think it likes you.
I know a turtle is not that kind of pet. They're not like dogs or anything in the sense where they like have an actual personality, really.
I think lizards are way more easy to tell than that. You know what I mean?
Turtles are just kind of like meant to
Can't
not
see the chat, baby.
Yeah, I have zero turtle knowledge too, Lisa. I like turtles, but I just have no knowledge of them.
Well, I know something I learned in a movie. If it doesn't stick its head out, you put your finger up its rear end and it causes its head to go out. That was in the movie The Truth About Cats and Dogs, and it was hilarious.
Oh
And Uma Thurman was in it, and she's all putting plastic wrap around her pinky or around her finger, and she's all whoop in the turtle's rear end, and his head came right out. So
we don't suggest you do that to your turtle.
I wouldn't do it
but
with my nails. That would be painful. I'm sorry.
What is my favorite color blush? My
Ew.
favorite.
Ew, it's right. But it was funny in the movie. I'm sorry. I was laughing out loud. I thought it was hilarious.
My favorite color blush is like a mauve pink. I like the deeper color.
I'm laughing at Pat. I'm almost sorry I brought it up.
Sorry.
That's hilarious. I love it.
But I like mauve colored blushes, and my favorite color eyeshadow is pink and purple. I'm actually wearing like a reddish pink using, I actually have it right here, this Profusion palette. Which is $6.99.
Pretty. You should open it up.
Yeah, what am I doing? It's like the glare, and I'm like,
yeah. And
this palette.
With the palette, you get the eye primer and an eyeliner, right? And something else wasn't there, and it was $6.99. And this shadow is the bomb.
No, this foil that I'm wearing is like has gone on so well, better than best high-end foils.
Yeah.
Like I really highly recommend getting this online. Get the kit online.
Do you wear that color, Ashley? Do you wear those colors, Ash? The like the mauves and the berries?
Yeah, they're. I don't know how well you can see.
Oh, yes, she is a natural beauty. She's totally a natural. You are a natural beauty.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, my mother-in-law truly believes that if you run over frogs and turtles that they shoot out like Mario Karts.
Oh my gosh, Emma, so seriously? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Okay, cool, because I'll get one for you, Ash. I'll get you one of those, because the primer I used today for the first time, and oh my gosh, the primer is amazing.
You know, I actually really like the primer. It's better than the
Smashbacks.
The Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer. It's so much. It's clear. That was weird. It's clear, but it has like a hint. But you just set it with a white powder, and you don't really see your lid color anymore. And it's so amazing.
It comes for $6.99. You get this palette,
like
a
seriously,
liner.
go get it.
No, I'm gonna send it to her because they don't have Profusion.
Yeah,
they don't have Profusion in Canada. So, but I used Urban Decay primer, and it made my eyes swell up, so I couldn't use it. But this Profusion was better than that on me. I love it.
I'm literally comparing this to the ABH Modern Renaissance because it literally has the same amount of pigment. This does have fallout. Well, I mean, like it's not fallout, but kickback. Just like the Anastasia, it's not as bad as the Anastasia, but it is just as good as that palette. And you don't even have to pay $42. I know. I love pinks and purples. Like clearly, that's the only color.
Are your eyes brown, Lisa?
Yeah.
Or are they hazel?
Yeah, they look actually hazel.
I know it's hard to tell by your picture if they're brown or if they're hazel, because I know sometimes people with hazel or green eyes, they can look brown.
Hey Ashley, did you get the white peach palette, the Too Faced white peach palette?
No, Lisa, I know yours are hazel. Did I say Ashley? Lisa.
No, you said Lisa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know yours are hazel green. Yours are gorgeous. Oh my gosh, yours are like bright green.
And same, Lisa. You know, I always.
I think
when
yours
I-
are more just true green.
They're blue.
Are they? Oh my gosh! See, your picture does not show that your eyes at all look blue. Oh my gosh! Then those are gonna really look good on you. Oh my gosh, with your dark hair. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, see, my eyes literally look brown right now. It's actually
I
kind of
know.
weird.
Anne has like, oh my goodness, the most pretty light blue eyes.
Oh, hi, Anne. Welcome back.
Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, Lisa, I want you to put a picture up that shows your beautiful eyes, girlfriend.
What do we think about guys with ponytails? It depends how long the ponytail is, honestly.
My husband had a ponytail when I met him, but he doesn't have it anymore.
And it depends on the person. Like, if it works for you, then, like, cool.
I know.
But if it doesn't, like, you know.
I like guys with long hair and ponytails. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me at all. You know, if you can grow your hair, then grow it. You know what I mean? I don't look at things like that and go like, oh, or do you know what I mean? If it looks good on you, then more power to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know that's like a really huge thing kind of right now is that guys have like a man bun. Like,
okay, I don't like man buns. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah, it depends again too. Like, you have to look good with it.
You do, Ashley? Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. I don't like man buns. I'm sorry. I think buns are for women, and I think they should just. That's just me. Oof, man buns. Okay, now I like man buns that are down below. Just kidding. My daughter's all, what? Okay, I know. I wouldn't normally say something like that, but I mean, hey, I don't, you know, I'm not a perv. I'm just telling the truth. Ooh, Ashley. Hey, who doesn't like a good pair of buns? Hello, come on now. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth. You know, if I see an attractive man, I just say, good job, God. Like, you did a good job on that one. That's what I do.
When I see an attractive man, I just don't make eye contact.
Lisa's laughing until she's crying there. Hey, you know, I'm just gotta tell it like it is. But it's true. Come on, girls. Let's be real now.
I mean, guys with no butt, you know.
I'm sorry, my husband has no buns.
And he's very aware of that.
And he knows it, and he'll tell you. But he's funny about it.
Yeah,
he does what is that movie with Jack Black where he does the pose?
Lisa.
Me too. Hello. Who doesn't like a good pair of buns? What's that movie with Jack Black where he does that pose?
Macho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
Macho, not Nacho. I said Nacho, but
no,
it's Macho.
No, it's Nacho Libre.
It's Macho.
No,
Nacho? Is it Nacho
Libre.
or Macho?
In Nacho Libre, he does that pose, and my husband does that pose for me all the time, joking because, you know.
Doesn't mean I can't check them
check out the menu.
Lisa, you're so funny.
Oh, that's funny. See, and that's why I give the glory to God so that I don't offend my husband and I don't offend God or anything. I just go, wow, good job, God. You did a good job on that one, Lord. Yeah. So, you know.
Get adjusted.
But, oh my gosh, I'm telling you, you guys are so awesome. I'm telling Lisa. You telling her husband, he knows. He knows by now. They've been married long enough. Hey, J-Dog, how are you?
Hi, Victor.
Nacho, yo. His name's Victor?
Yeah, that's...
Yes, you can ask another turtle question, sure. Yeah, I'll get you, Anne. That's right. She'll get you back. I'm sure of that.
Another turtle question. We're not turtle experts.
We're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Is there a turtle head poking out?
Oh, Matthew McConaughey is full of himself, Lisa.
Yeah,
But
he is very
looking.
good looking, but unfortunately he's fully aware of that, and that's what I don't like. I like the guys that are good looking but are goofballs,
Like are humble and don't
goofy
know.
and kind of, to me, you can be like not like super duper attractive, but if you are funny, then that's what wins my heart. And that to me is so sexy. Is somebody who's got a good sense of humor.
Same. If a guy can make me laugh, then
yeah, you know, Pat, I'm not a turtle expert if I'm telling you to stick your finger up its rear end to get its head to come out. So, and I saw it in a movie. So, oh, now, and yes, Ryan Reynolds, yes, baby. Now that is like my cup of tea. Oh my gosh. Hi, Liz.
Can't be. I'm not even.
Hi, Adam.
I
best friend.
so agree with you
Adam.
there.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, Adam's best friend.
Liz. Hi.
I said hi to Liz.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, Liz? Where's Liz?
Okay, who else? Let's see, who else? Oh, no, you know who my all-time favorite is? Sam Elliott.
Let go.
Sam Elliott, with that voice and that thick, beautiful hair and that big handlebar mustache. Oh my goodness. I have had a crush on him since I was like this big. Plus, he's been married like over 50 years, which a lot of people don't know about him. And he just, oh,
Trolls. I swear.
what, the turtle guy?
Adam.
Oh.
Yeah, he
We
just
ain't
said.
showing you anything.
What did he ask? What?
Show us.
Yeah,
Show
he
us
said,
your
show us your tits.
Oh, you can dream on, loser. No.
Living with lupus and fibromyalgia is a search on thing at Google. I'll put this in.
That's not feet.
That's not feet. Ashley.
Well, you were there at the last one, remember? Right? Show me your feet. And I'm like, I laughed because I thought it was so funny. But
I don't understand people with foot fetishes, guys.
Whatever.
Like, I will never understand foot fetish.
Do you honestly, if you're still watching, do you honestly think some girl's gonna just lift up her shirt and show you? And if she is, trust me,
She wants.
I mean, gosh, give me a break. Gosh, it's disgusting.
Who's Sam Elliott? I forget.
Sam Elliott. Yes, I'm telling you,
Was
Ashley.
he the one with the really nice voice?
He's the one in the mask. The mask. The true story about the kid with elephantitis, and he rode the Harley in it. And he's in the one, oh my gosh, he's
the one that's not cute now?
No, he is still gorgeous, and he's like, what, 70-something years old? Yeah, look up, Google Sam Elliott. I need to get a good look.
Channing Tatum, you like Channing Tatum?
Oh, I do too. I think Channing Tatum is
like
adorable.
Ryan Gosling. Oh yes, Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott is like, how old is he now?
I love his voice.
Sam Elliott, if he just came and had a talk with me, I would just be like,
I would like be in love.
I'd probably fall asleep to his voice because I'd be like, just tell me a story, and I'd just like lay down and I'd be in heaven because he's got the sexiest voice ever in the world.
Oh yes, a man that can dance.
Yes, I agree, Anne. I'm telling you. That's what I like about Channing Tatum. He's an amazing dancer.
I like Ryan Gosling.
I know, April.
It's
I'm
so
telling
cute.
you.
I don't know about y'all, but
Oh.
I'm the same way, April. So.
Ew.
What?
That's gross, Liz. Wow. People are just like perverts nowadays. Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, people, I don't know. I don't get that. But it's never going to happen here. So any people who are some trolls lurking in the background thinking you're going to get flashed here or something, you can just take it somewhere else. Because it's never going to happen.
yeah, there's actually this cute guy.
Ashley!
Wait, what?
Sam Elliott can show me his feet any day.
Oh my gosh.
And you'd massage them for him too, huh? You're single, so you can say all this stuff.
I know, Dillon and Victor like
I
totally
know,
came in at the
Victor.
wrong time.
He was Victor is my friend, and during the stream I was like, "Hey, I'm doing it live," and he had to eat dinner, and so
oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Who else?
This is total girl talk, guys. Like,
Who else? I did like Burt Reynolds too. I did. I have to say, I like Burt Reynolds.
how can we
just
forget
passed
Idris
away.
Elba?
Oh, Idris Elba.
Oh my gosh.
goodness,
He can show
Lord.
me his feet for sure.
Idris can show me his knees, his feet, his elbows, his nostrils. Oh my God. That man just makes my heart picture.
You know, my grandma is like loves Denzel Washington.
Hi, Dewan.
Hi, Dewan.
Hi, Dewan.
They need to get a flash of Jesus.
Oh, see, that's good. You got a guy that can dance, April, and that's a good thing.
What?
My husband is like, if you guys ever saw the movie, what is it with John Travolta and the guys with the Wild Hogs? And he's all, the music moves me, but it moves me ugly. That's what my husband says all the time. He's all, the music moves me, but it moves me ugly.
I don't collect Funko Pops.
I'm not very familiar.
I know what they are.
I know that they're like little mini figurines, right, Liz? I'm just not. I don't collect them though.
Yeah, I know what they are. What is?
He was in my favorite movie, Smokey and the Bandit. I know. I still love that movie to this day. I could watch it and not get tired of it. I love that movie, Victor. I know. Burt Reynolds. And I don't know if you guys saw this movie with Demi Moore, Striptease. I'm not going to lie. I saw it, and I thought he was hilarious in it because he put Vaseline in his boots. And he's all, I don't know if you guys remember that scene, but he's all, oh, I just had to put some Vaseline in my boots. He's all, the feel of Vaseline between my toes. And oh my gosh, and he's in boxers and cowboy boots with Vaseline. He had Vaseline all over his whole body. And I literally was like on the floor laughing my butt off because it was so funny.
Oh, what did I do? Oops. Sorry.
Oops. What the? I know. Savannah just lost the chat, so
sorry, guys.
Give us a second. We are.
Hi, Charlene.
Charlene. Oh, hi, Charlene. How are you, darling?
Richard Gere.
Oh, Richard Gere.
Richard Gere. Oh, yes, but he's another one that's kind of cocky, too.
You know, I used to like really, really like him until I heard somebody tell the story. It was Jennifer.
Hey, Jay.
She's the one in 13 going on 30. Was married to Ben Affleck. Jennifer Garner was telling a story about how she did this movie. Yeah, I used to hate Ben Affleck, but now I think he's adorable. But she told this story about how she did this movie with Richard Gere, and he was so mean to her. And then it kind of like, I saw him differently after that.
And I know, thank goodness my dad. Yeah, my dad would be doing the same thing.
My husband would be going, I'm right here, honey. I'm right here.
That's like his thing when she's like,
oh, yeah, he's cute. Yeah.
I'm right here, honey.
He's on right here. But see, my husband, like, we were that open with each other. We've been married 17 years. So, I mean, you know what I mean? I don't do it disrespectfully, But he'll hear me talking like this, and he'll be like, I'm right here. I'll hear you, babe. And I'm like, I love you, honey. Yep. Sugar, yep. Okay, see you soon. Bye.
And
then
like,
we'll go back to talking about the man.
So.
I'm glad you're doing good, Charlene. How's the fishing going?
Do we all want In-N-Out for dinner?
Yeah, I'll gladly have
That's
In-N-Out.
fine. Yeah,
Wait,
I know,
Dad,
Savannah.
can you tell
Turned
me
down
the
In-N-Out. Are you
price?
kidding?
Okay.
I want them. I know last live we had In-N-Out, and now we're having it again because when we had it, they actually totally messed up our order and gave us free for meals. So, yay.
I know, and that's so awesome. I think that's like
And
such a great love story that you guys have known each other that long, and that I just think it. I think that's awesome.
I've always wanted to kind of have a guy that I've known like forever, but like that's gonna probably happen. I would like to think it's gonna happen my way, but
oh, Charlene, no fishing, huh?
oh.
Okay, Charlene, are you married? You got to give us. Now that we're talking about it, give us the skinny girl.
If not, then
are you married? And if you are, how long? And if you're happily single, how long? Yes, that's the truth. My husband knew everything, so he's like, hey, he knew what he was getting from the get-go. So he's like, nothing. He doesn't. He knows me, and I know him. So.
well, there are so many people here now.
Cool stream. Here now. Cool stream. Thank you,
Oh,
Dewan.
thank you, Dewan.
Thank you. I'm glad.
I know we're fun people. I'm just kidding.
Awesome. 10 years. You're getting up there then. My husband and I just celebrated our 17th wedding anniversary on September 10th. So, and Anne, again, tell me how long you've been married again, Anne? I know. Lisa is like way ahead of me.
Lisa. Who was it the other day?
And look at, she met him October 8th, married him December 13th, and now they've been together 25 years.
Wow,
so,
Lisa.
Like, what is that? 2 months almost.
See, love is love. People are that's too soon to get married, and I disagree because some people just know and they don't want to wait. So
12, 12, 12. Are you serious?
Oh my gosh. That is
so funny. 12, 12, 12. Oh
that's
my
easy
gosh.
To remember.
Did you guys play the lotto that day? I'm serious. Like, were you like, we're going to Vegas, 12, 12, 12. This is winning numbers here. That is hilarious. And I don't think you'll ever, if he doesn't remember that, I'm going to come sock him.
Oh, that's our wedding date.
I know, Dewan. We've got all the good fun people are here. I love it.
I know. At first it was going kind of slow, but now we got all the goodies here.
I know. Ashley's my bestie. She's my girl. And you know what's so funny, Anne, because my husband and I got married the day before 9/11, literally on 9/10 of 2001. The next morning, we eloped. We went to Vegas, and when we came back, we woke up to 9/11, and so my husband will never forget the date of our anniversary because of that. Oh my
gosh, Lisa, you did?
Oh my gosh, you are so funny. And she did it?
I know. Did she actually do it?
That is so funny. Oh my gosh. If
that's not commitment, then I don't know what is. Wow.
Well, Lisa's a good friend.
Well,
I know it.
Yeah,
she
is.
She's like thebomb.com. She's she's your gal. When you know you need somebody to be there for you, I know that's Lisa. So That's awesome, Dillon. I know. I'm so thankful for the people that I'm meeting on here. You guys have no idea how much you help me. I'm not kidding. Like, just a couple weeks ago, was it 2 weeks? Like, I got hit with depression again for the first time since I've dealt with it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm not kidding. Lisa was there for me with that. And I'm telling you, you're so amazing, sweetheart. I can't tell you that enough.
No way, and you do.
Wow.
Yeah, I just actually had to do a project on 9/11 for my contemporary world history class, and I'm telling you, doing the research for that was so hard. Like, it was really draining because hearing the people's reactions in the videos and seeing the towers fall.
Charlene, thank you for coming, sweetie pie. I appreciate you stopping in to show some love.
Bye,
babe.
Charlene. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
It was horrific, and that's a very controversial
And it's even more
too.
horrific that it was all planned, and that's what makes it the most repulsive. I don't know if you guys ever saw have heard about that book of the woman who wrote the book about the towers, and it's like 500 something.
Guys, I was checking if I had mascara. Sorry, but I made a weird face.
Oh, I wasn't you real pics. It's that you were doing it of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Are you that close to seeing it? Because it's right across the thing, right? And I've never been to New York, so I don't know exactly how close, but you're right across the water, right? Thank you, Charlene. You're welcome anytime, darling.
Yes, Victor, we have pretty sunsets here all the time.
Oh my gosh, we do. We have, everywhere we've lived, the Lord has always given us these amazing sunsets. It's very weird. Yeah, I agree, Lisa. Oh, wow. And yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I remember, see, Savannah was conceived on our wedding night because, we came home from Vegas. We consummated our wedding night, and we woke up to 9/11. And our family, at the time, we were having Bible studies in our home. And so we were meeting daily to pray for the families. And so everybody was coming to our house and we would be praying. We would literally have people praying. We just prayed all day for I think it was 3 weeks after, until the Lord released us to stop praying. And then we consummated our marriage again. And so that's how I know that Savannah was conceived on our wedding night. She was like our gift from the Lord for honoring him all that time that we lived together, but we didn't sleep together because we rededicated our lives to him. And she was our gift. See, look at that. Isn't that a perfect gift?
And I make this totally dumb face when I did that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just so crazy.
No, yeah, that's a really terrible day, and I don't think it will ever be forgotten. It's just a day that will mark history.
I know, April, I had a cousin who was in New York when that happened, and my aunt in Michigan, I have relatives in Michigan because that's where I'm originally from, called to let us know that my cousin was there and that we needed to pray. And so we started this prayer chain that went from our church through many states and everything, for all of the families and for my cousin. And he made it out okay, but he was there right where it happened. And it was just insanity to think about it. It's just insanity. Yes, us too, Lisa. We did too. Matter of fact, I remember after that, I prayed so much that my mouth was sore. My jaws were sore because we had prayer meetings all day, every day, and we just were praying. And it was exhausting. It was honestly exhausting. But I'm telling you, I'm just praying that something like that doesn't happen again with all these world events that we're having now. Yeah, the hurricanes, all of this stuff that is just crazy, insane. The volcano. That's true, Lisa. It's exactly what it was like. It's like everything stopped for a moment. I remember we walked downstairs. You know, you guys, our family didn't know that we were married for 2.5 to 3 weeks. Because when you wake up, and we eloped, and you don't wake up in the midst of 911 and go, "We just got married." No, you don't. Yep. Oh, it's okay. You can go ahead and get biblical, babe. That's right. You go ahead and get biblical, girl. It's welcome here anytime. But it's insane. It is insane what is happening. And even now, all the stuff that's happening, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't think the world is going to get it, though, unfortunately, Dewan. I think it's only going to get worse and worse, and then the Lord's going to return, and then the you know what is really going to hit the fan. I'm hoping that he comes pre-trib and not mid-trib. I don't pretend to know all the answers, but I think it's only going to get worse and worse because God is trying to wake people up and trying to get them to draw to Him. And it's sad. It's sad. But that volcano alone in Hawaii, it was never happened in the history of the world for a volcano to happen that long. And that in itself is just insane. And they are saying, I don't know if any of you have heard about this, but there's this shelf, like this piece of land that is now getting affected. And if this shelf breaks off the island, which they're saying could happen, it's going to send a tidal wave to California bigger than the world could ever dream of. And so I'm praying that that shelf does not break off. And if it's going to break off, that the Lord gets me out of here before it happens. Malta McMurtry, hello. How are you, darling? Poopies! Ashley sending some poopies and some kisses. I know, and I think the East Coast is going to see more too. I have a feeling that more stuff is going to happen over there. I think Florida is still going to get some more bad things happening as well, unfortunately. I think that, gosh, I study this stuff a lot, and plus, if you just even go on and look at some of the visions and dreams that God is giving people, it's really crazy. I'm doing okay, Malta. I'm not feeling that great, but I'm doing okay though. I'm doing okay. Yes, Lisa. Oh my gosh, especially yes, that's the truth. Yes, I agree, Anne. I think Florida is going to be completely underwater. Completely. I actually think Florida is going to go before California. That's my personal opinion, but I don't have any kind of thing to back that up. But just from what just from what I feel like the Lord's telling me personally, I think that Florida is going to get hit first. But I could be wrong. Okay, Ash, thank you for coming, sweetie pie. Oh my gosh, Victor, really? Yes, we will, sweetie. We'll talk later, okay? I love you too, babe. But wow, the fires, we just actually got a fire that just started, right? Just literally like a hill away from us here. And fortunately, we saw it when it started, and we were like praying immediately, and it didn't even spread like over the mountain. We were like so grateful for that. But yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. Hey, Star. But it I don't know, you know, the one thing when I study the word and I study about the rapture, to me it's the most confusing thing in the Bible. It's the hardest thing for, and maybe it's because I'm dealing with lupus, I'm not sure, but I can't. Oh, okay, Anne. Good night, sweetie. Thank you for coming, love. I appreciate it. It's good to get to chat with you, sweetie. But to me, it's so hard to decipher whether it would be pre-trib or mid-trib. I don't think it's at the end. I think it's either one or the other. But I'm telling you, it's really hard to, yeah. And there's another one that just happened, Lisa, another shooting, I guess, yesterday. You know, I think man needs to learn a lot more than just that. I think they need to learn to just love each other in spite of our differences, in spite of our heritages, in spite of our belief systems. I think if people learned how to just love each other and accept that we are going to be different and that we aren't all going to think the same, then the world could change. But I think we're too far gone to recover at this point. Yes, I'm still praying, Lisa. I agree. I'm still praying for her too. She has got her hands full, that is for sure. And I absolutely, I pray for you guys. We pray for you guys as a family. And I pray for you individually every single night. Every person that subscribed to my channel and every person that I subscribe to. I pray for the people I watch that I'm not subscribed to and the people that watch me that aren't subscribed to me. And then whoever the Lord puts on my heart, I pray for them individually as well. But yes, I agree. I agree. She's still got a big plate to deal with, so I'm not going to stop praying for her. Well, I don't know where the kids went. Dillon was seeing about food. Where'd everybody go? I know, Savannah, they were like, I'll be right back. And then all of a sudden they were like, whoo. But I probably should wrap it up, you guys, because I know my husband is going to be here any minute with food. And then we're going to eat dinner. But I love each and every one of you guys. And I hope you have an amazing rest of the week. Oh, Dewan, you're so sweet. Yeah, I agree, Lisa. Me too. Especially my enemy. especially my enemies, that's for sure. Because bless those that curse and spitefully use you. So thank you, Dewan. You guys, thank you, Victor. Lisa, I'll talk to you, sweetie. Have an amazing, they probably got sucked in by the little kittens, and now they don't remember me at all. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye, Malta. Have an amazing rest of the weekend. Bye, Dewan. Bye, Lisa. Bye, Victor. Love you guys. You too, Lisa.